Today I'm pretty excited. We are taking a look at one of the most highly anticipated sneakers to drop this entire month. So let's find out if all the hype is justified. Here we go, guys. Listen, we got a special box in the building, or at least it looks special because take a look at it. I mean, man, I'm liking the way it looks a lot. So obviously this style of box with all of the speckling is something we saw on the taupe 4s. And recently when we took a look at the infrared 4s, which are still yet to drop, they are upcoming, but it also had a similar style box. But this one comes in all over black and silver. It has a really nice aesthetic, pleasing to the eye. I just really like the way that this looks in general. But like I said, all over speckling. You've got the flight text on the top, the Jumpman logo in red. So let's flip these open. Let's take a look at what we're working with today, guys. It is the Jordan 4 Military Black. And here we go, they are in the building, and listen guys, this may not be the Jordan 4 military blue that some of you were hoping for, but I'm certainly not disappointed. I mean, when Jordan Brand dropped the Golf version, a lot of people were hopeful that there was going to be a retro of the military blues, but again, we got these and I'm certainly not disappointed about that whatsoever. I think these are super wearable and a perfect addition to the summer rotation, hell, just any rotation. I think that these things are going to be super easy to throw on with a bunch of different outfits, whatever the season is. This colorway is extremely wearable. So obviously this being the military black Jordan 4, it has the most in common with the military blue. You've got the same gray suede piece around the toe box, same colored backing behind the plastic mesh. I mean, literally this thing is a military blue Jordan 4, it's just black. But these do also share similarities with the cement Jordan 4s, obviously because of the colorway consisting of black, white, and gray. And trust me, that simple color blocking placed on a super hyped up sneaker, it's gonna get all the people out. I don't even need to talk about the Panda Dunks, but you know where I'm going with this. But yeah, the release of these is probably going to see very, very high demand, but this being a general release sneaker, I'd imagine that the stock numbers are pretty decent. They do end up making a good amount of pairs. Now, speaking of the release, we do actually have a release date for these things, and that is May the 21st, so actually right around the corner next week. It's gonna be a big one. You definitely want to be prepared for this one if you want to try and get a pair. They retail at £170 here in the UK, or of course out in the US they go for £190. So for that retail price, did they come through with the materials? Well, honestly, I don't normally have any major issues when it comes to Jordan 4s and their materials. I'm generally speaking pretty happy. What does sometimes happen is there ends up being some quality control issues, so maybe glue stains, some bad stitching or stuff like that, but I can definitely say on my pair these are pretty perfect. So hopefully if you grab a pair of these things, your quality control will be a-okay as well. I think I heard a lot of people talk about the Red Thunders having some bad quality control issues, so I don't know, let me know if you had any issues with that pair. Personally, again, my pair was pretty much good. I mean, it had some very slight glue stain, but no marks or anything that made it a deal breaker on that specific pair. So let's start with this toe box. This is a very nappy suede, and it feels pretty rugged in hand, which I kind of like. I'm hoping that it holds up to, I guess, different conditions. Imagine if you get some water on there, that oftentimes does leave a mark on suede material. material. I'm hoping that it's not a big deal on this pair. Now, the white leather that you find on the top of the sneaker that literally wraps around the entire pair of shoes is actually pretty nice. It's all tumbled leather, so it feels pretty soft in hand. I will give you a quick side-by-side with my white Oreo. You can definitely tell that the white Oreos are a little bit more tumbled. You can kind of see the pattern in the leather a little bit better. And on the military 4s, it's a little bit more flat, but I would say it still feels soft, and generally speaking, if I do a little toe box press test, it looks and feels quite good in hand. Sock liner comes in a very nice light gray and is decently padded, as you would find on pretty much any Jordan 4. The tongue is made from the same leather that you find throughout the pair of sneakers, and it is extremely soft, so there's no issues moving and wiggling this thing around. It's nice, it feels good. Now at the top of that tongue, you do get a tongue tag. You get the black Jumpman logo, and just underneath that is the flight text, which again, looks cool, looks clean, no issues there. The black accents on this sneaker start with the signature Jordan 4 eye stays, just underneath the white mesh that you find on the medial and lateral of the sneaker, and same goes for the forefront of the sneaker. You've also got some black around the back on the pull tab, and then of course painted on the midsole, the reverse of the tongue, and then just some random splashes on the bottom of the sneaker. Now in terms of comfort, when it comes to the Jordan 4, it's not the most comfortable sneaker ever. Now I wouldn't say that it's horrendously bad or super painful to put on your feet. Let me just say, if I'm going to be on my feet for a long period of time, or I've got to do a lot of walking, this wouldn't be my first choice. In fact, I had this exact same decision to make this weekend when I went to the sneaker event. I had my Jordan 4s and my Sakai's, and I chose to wear the Sakai's, and I'm thankful I did, because I did a lot of walking over that weekend. Sizing, I went true to size and they fit perfect. Again, if you've tried on any other pair of Jordan 4s, just stick with that same size, or if you haven't, then again, I'm gonna recommend true to size. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much everything you need to know about the military black Jordan 4. Let me tell you guys, these things look sick on foot. I love the color blocking. Now again, like I said, I think there's a decent amount of people that also feel the same way, but I would love to know your opinions down in the comment section. What do you think of this sneaker? Are you gonna be going for it next week? Let me know down there. But that's pretty much been it, guys. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.